Emily Parker stood proudly on the graduation stage as her name echoed through the auditorium. She wasn't the smartest student in college, nor was she the most popular. But everyone knew her for one thing, her kindness. After graduation, reality hit hard. Despite applying for dozens of office jobs, she received rejection after rejection. Her parents couldn't support her forever, so Emily decided that honest work was better than waiting for the perfect opportunity. Her first job was at a small neighborhood pizza parlor. Every morning, she arrived before everyone else, cleaned the tables, arranged the ingredients, and welcomed customers with a bright smile. "Good afternoon. Welcome. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for visiting." Her positive attitude slowly transformed the atmosphere of the restaurant. Customers who had stressful days left smiling. Children loved talking to her while waiting for their pizzas. Elderly customers appreciated that she carried their orders to their cars without being asked. One rainy evening, an elderly man realized he didn't have enough money to pay for his meal. Instead of embarrassing him, Emily quietly paid the remaining amount from her own pocket. The man never forgot her kindness. A week later, he returned, not to repay the money, but simply to thank her. Stories like these spread throughout the neighborhood. People weren't just coming for pizza anymore. They were coming because Emily was there. The pizza shop became busier than ever. Sales increased every month. The owner couldn't believe the difference. "You didn't just change this business," he told Emily one evening. "You changed people's hearts." Emily smiled softly. She wasn't chasing fame. She wasn't chasing money. She simply believed that kindness always comes back. Little did she know, this small pizza parlor was only the beginning of a journey that would one day make millions of people around the world know her name. Emily's kindness had made the pizza parlor more successful than ever, but deep inside, she wanted to learn more about life. One day, she thanked her boss for believing in her and accepted a new job at a small ice cream shop across town. "Why are you leaving?" her manager asked. Emily smiled. "I don't want to stay in one place forever. Every new job teaches me something new." At the ice cream shop, Emily treated every customer like family. She remembered children's favorite flavors. She offered free samples to customers who couldn't decide. When little kids accidentally dropped their ice cream, she quietly made them another one without charging extra. Parents noticed her generosity. Soon, people began driving from nearby towns just to visit the shop where the kind girl worked. Sales doubled within 6 months. The owner was amazed. "I've never seen customers ask for an employee by name," he said. Emily simply smiled. "I just want people to leave happier than they arrived." Months later, she decided it was time for another challenge. This time, she joined a busy coffee shop in the city. Unlike the cheerful atmosphere of the ice cream shop, the coffee shop served exhausted office workers, college students, and people carrying the weight of difficult lives. Emily listened more than she spoke. She remembered regular customers' favorite drinks. She wrote small motivational messages on coffee cups. "Today is your day. Never give up. Keep smiling, you've got this." Those simple words changed people's mornings. One stressed university student later admitted that Emily's encouraging message on a coffee cup had convinced him not to give up on his dreams. Her reputation continued to grow. Customers started posting photos of her handwritten messages online. Thousands of people shared them. Without realizing it, Emily was already inspiring people far beyond her city. One evening, as she scrolled through the comments, a thought crossed her mind. If a simple coffee cup can inspire thousands, what could I do with a camera? That single question would change her life forever. Emily couldn't stop thinking about the comments people left online. "Your smile made my day. I wish more people were like you. Your kindness gives me hope." One evening, after finishing her shift at the coffee shop, she placed her phone on a small tripod and recorded a simple video in her apartment. There were no expensive cameras, no fancy lights, no professional editing. She simply looked into the camera and smiled. "Hi everyone. My name is Emily. Today, I want to tell you why one small act of kindness can change someone's entire life." The video was only 3 minutes long. She shared the story of an elderly customer who had walked into the coffee shop looking lonely. Emily had sat with him during her break and listened as he talked about losing his wife. Before leaving, she gave him a free cup of coffee and wished him happiness. The next morning, Emily checked her phone. Only 42 views. She smiled anyway. "I'll make another one tomorrow." And she did. Every single day. One day she shared how to stay positive after rejection. Another day she showed herself helping homeless people with warm meals. Sometimes she simply walked around the city performing random acts of kindness without expecting anything in return. Weeks passed. Then months. One afternoon, while serving coffee, her phone began vibrating nonstop. One of her videos had suddenly gone viral. A famous actor had shared it with the caption, "The world needs more people like Emily." Within 24 hours, 1 million views. Then 5 million. Then 10 million. Her subscriber count exploded. Companies offered sponsorships. News channels wanted interviews. Podcast hosts invited her as a guest. But Emily refused to let success change her. She continued working at the coffee shop. When reporters asked why she hadn't quit her job despite becoming famous, she smiled. "This coffee shop reminds me where I came from." Fame can disappear overnight, but kindness lasts forever. People admired her even more. Soon, she started creating longer videos about helping struggling families, supporting local businesses, surprising hardworking employees with gifts, and encouraging people to believe in themselves. Millions watched every upload. Children copied her acts of kindness. Teachers showed her videos in classrooms. Communities organized charity events inspired by her content. Emily had become one of the most beloved content creators in the country. But not everyone celebrated her success. Hidden behind fake smiles were people who couldn't stand watching an ordinary girl become extraordinary. One influencer, desperate for attention, watched Emily's growing popularity with jealousy. He whispered to himself, "If I can't become more famous than her, I'll destroy her reputation instead." Emily had no idea that the biggest challenge of her life was about to begin. Emily's channel crossed 10 million subscribers. Every new video reached millions of people. She wasn't known for luxury cars or expensive mansions. She was known for changing lives. But success often attracts envy. One evening, a famous influencer named Vanessa Blake watched Emily receive the Creator of the Year award. The applause echoed throughout the hall. Vanessa forced a smile, but inside, she was furious. "Why her?" she whispered. "I work harder than she does." A week later, the attacks began. Anonymous accounts started posting edited clips of Emily's videos. They cut conversations out of context. They spread false stories, claiming Emily only helped people when cameras were recording. Fake screenshots appeared online. A hashtag accusing Emily of being fake started trending. Within days, thousands of hateful comments flooded her social media. "You're a fraud. We believed in you. Everything was just for views." Some sponsors immediately canceled their contracts. News channels that once praised her now questioned her integrity. Even a few friends distanced themselves, afraid of being dragged into the controversy. Emily sat alone in her apartment, staring at the hateful messages. For the first time in years, she cried. Her mother gently held her hand. "Truth doesn't disappear just because people stop believing it," she said softly. Her father looked at her with confidence. "You taught millions to stay strong. Now it's your turn." Emily wiped away her tears. She could have responded with anger. She could have insulted Vanessa online. She could have started a public fight. Instead, she stayed silent. She hired a digital investigation team to trace the source of the fake screenshots and edited videos. Weeks of investigation uncovered the truth. Every fake account, every edited clip, every payment made to spread false information. Everything led back to one person. Vanessa Blake. Emily gathered every piece of evidence but said nothing publicly. She waited. Because she believed revenge wasn't about shouting louder. It was about letting the truth speak at the right moment. The day finally arrived when millions of viewers tuned in to Emily's scheduled live stream. Nobody knew what she was about to reveal. And Vanessa had no idea. Her carefully built empire was about to collapse in front of the entire world. The countdown on Emily's live stream reached 0. More than 8 million people were watching. Fans, journalists, business partners, and hidden among them, Vanessa Blake. Emily appeared on screen wearing a simple white shirt. There was no dramatic music, no flashy introduction. She looked calmly into the camera. "Thank you for joining me. Today, I'm not here to defend myself. I'm here to share the truth." The chat exploded with comments. "Tell us what happened. Were the rumors true?" Emily took a deep breath. "For the past 2 months, my family and I have remained silent, not because we were guilty, but because we were gathering facts." A large screen behind her lit up. One by one, she revealed the evidence. The original, unedited videos. The fake screenshots alongside the real conversations. Emails showing payments made to anonymous accounts to spread false information. A report from independent cybersecurity experts tracing the smear campaign back to one source. The final slide appeared. Vanessa Blake. The live stream fell silent. Millions of viewers watched in disbelief. Emily never insulted Vanessa. She never raised her voice. She simply presented the facts. "This isn't about revenge," Emily said softly. "It's about protecting the truth. Lies may travel fast, but the truth lasts longer." Within minutes, social media exploded. The hashtag Justice for Emily became the #1 trend worldwide. People who had once doubted her began apologizing. Brands that had canceled their partnerships asked to work with her again. News channels publicly corrected their earlier reports. Meanwhile, Vanessa's sponsors withdrew their support. Her followers dropped by the millions. Several companies announced they would no longer collaborate with her, and the fake accounts involved in the campaign were removed from major platforms. A week later, Emily uploaded a new video, not celebrating her victory, but visiting a children's hospital, bringing gifts, and spending time with young patients. At the end of the video, she smiled and said, "Success isn't measured by how many people applaud you. It's measured by how many lives you make a little brighter." The video became the most watched upload of her career. Months later, Emily established the Kind Hearts Foundation, helping students, supporting small businesses, and funding community projects across the country. People no longer remembered her only as a content creator. They remembered her as the woman who proved that kindness is not weakness, silence is not surrender, and the greatest revenge is letting the truth shine. The end.